My name is Sam. This is for my FSW206 class. This is for the professional article assignment number one. My discussion question for the class. Is: how do you feel about peer support in Ohio? And do you feel like services for mental health as well as addiction recovery services receive enough funding? So my first article is from SAMHSA. It's the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. The article was written by Brian Priolo. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Where was it published? It's published in the SAMHSA government website at www.samhsa.gov. So, stating the issue the article addresses, this article specifically discusses the importance of peer services and its growing role in our society. Jack Cameron, who is part of the Ohio Empowerment Coalition, discusses the need for peer services, its struggle to receive funding, and also the hurt it's felt due to cuts made to peer programs from 2008 to 2010. And he also mentions that peer support services play a vital role in the behavioral health workforce. He says the real value a peer supporter has is that they are uniquely qualified to engage people with mental health issues. When we look at what we call hotspots, people who use a lot of healthcare services, early evidence indicates that peer supporters can reach people who are hard to reach. So these programs are very important. What's the larger issue or policy the articles address? Well, the larger issue at hand in this article is the fact that some peer support services are being cut financially, so some groups are trying to figure out ways to budget the money received more efficiently. A lot of the advocacy groups working with the Ohio Department of Mental Health to train certified peer specialists and peer supporters. In my personal opinion about this article is I really liked it because it really dove into the reasons why peer programs are important for our state as well as other states around the country. I also felt saddened that these programs got cut financially when so many people need mental health services. This very much being the case now more than ever due to recent school shootings. I do understand that 2008 to 2010 was when the Great Recession hit us, but I feel like making cuts to these types of programs is never a good idea. Okay, so now to Article B. This one is about a grant that was received for peer services. The article was written by Health Services Administration. It was published in the Alcohol Drug Abuse Weekly Journal on August 6, 2012. And it's this little article right here. This is just something else right here. Don't worry about that. It's just this box right here. Ohio gets 50,000 BRSS grant for state's peer support services. So this article is about Ohio receiving a 50,000 grant for peer services in Ohio. This grant was used for improving the state's peer support / recovery services. The award came from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, which was SAMHSA. SAMHSA was from the last article we learned about. The grant money went into funding Ohio programs such as the Medicaid program, as well as the Rehabilitation Services Commission. But a larger aspect of this article is actually about not the grant itself, but mainly what the grant was used for, and that is for a program that came to fruition called the Policy Academy, in which the Ohio Department of Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services, as well as the Ohio Department of Mental Health, collaborated to bring strategies for peer development and recovery across both mental health services and addiction recovery services. I felt like the money used from this grant was an excellent use of the money. I feel it is important to continue to support mental health services and addiction recovery services. Some people feel we need less funding for these services because they feel that people will always struggle with drugs and alcohol, but I do not feel this is the case. I've known a few people over the course of my life personally where they have gotten clean and then went on to be productive members of the society. I feel we need to continue to fund these programs for both addiction recovery services as well as mental health services. So my group discussion question one more time is, how do you feel about peer support in Ohio? Do you feel like services for mental health as well as addiction recovery services receive enough funding? Thank you for watching.